I have no formal art training, but I do love to paint just on cakes instead of canvases. And painting is exactly what I did for this customer who ordered a 3-layer chocolate cake filled with cookies and cream buttercream for his fiance. He said they hike a lot and love the outdoors, so he thought a woodsy nature theme would be perfect. I started by base icing the cake in white and then completely covered the sides in different shades of green and blue with my palette knife. And I wanted there to be a lot of texture, so I wasn't worried about smoothing everything out. Because they're farthest away, you can see the whole tree, but they don't have a ton of detail and are slightly cooler in color. After that, I worked on the trees in the middle ground. These appear a little bit larger and the colors are more saturated. For every tree, I started by piping on the trunk and branches. Then I piped on the leaves and used both a round brush and a fan brush to smudge the buttercream around so my trees looked nice and fluffy. Now I'm adding some taller grass to the bottom and mapping out where the trail is. Because everything in a forest is so intertwined, I was honestly getting a little confused when I needed to layer what parts, so hopefully I did it right. My favorite part about this cake is the trees in the foreground, and because they're so massive, you can only see the trunk of them. These got the most vivid colors and the most detail. I laid down 3 colors for the base of the trunk, then I added my highlights and shadows, and I kind of dragged the buttercream with my palette knife to give the bark a rougher appearance. On the front of the cake, I wanted there to be a natural landmark from the park. I chose the Carl Knapp Trail because it's famous for a giant fallen redwood that was carved out to allow hikers to pass through it. In the square cutout, I made sure to include some shadows, and this cake was actually for Valentine's Day, so to make it a little more romantic, I carved a heart with an arrow through it into the trunk. For the bottom border, I piped lots of large ferns everywhere because those seemed to be in abundance in the photos I saw, and I wanted my forest to be nice and full. For the writing on top, we had to keep the hiker theme going, so I made a wooden sign. I piped on a wood grain pattern and let it chill in the fridge for about 10 minutes. I smoothed it out with a warm spatula, and it comes out perfect every time. I wrote Happy Valentine's Day and cleaned up the top edge with a simple white border. For the final touch, I piped on some tiny blue hiking poles, and now this cake is complete. I'm so happy with how it turned out. It took so many layers, but was definitely worth it. The only thing I'm disappointed with right now is the fact that I can't jump into this cake and go for a walk. But at least spring is coming, and I know there's going to be more fun cake orders. I can't wait.